Well, hello everybody, thank you for joining us for what we hope will be an intriguing group stage game, and it is first against second. Two teams with the same objective, and that is to make sure that they will still be here once the competition resumes under a different format, one that is far less forgiving than now. This, no doubt, a game of the utmost importance, not so much for the final outcome in this group, but potentially who meets whom when that time comes around. And that is something that both of these sides are only too well aware of, with those finishing top getting what is usually a more comfortable draw. We are, of course, at the Johan Cruyff Arena, recently renamed in honour of the man most considered the father of total football, the greatest player ever to have worn the red and white of Ajax. And that gets things running. Tadic drives it forward. Rondon has a goal! Goal! Ajax!
Listen, scoring early doesn't guarantee you anything, but the first goal is always important, and that's a terrific opening.
Lovely goal. Perfect poise to set himself for the strike. Ajax are ahead, 1 goal to the good. Well, that's where he wants it. Cornier. In with the challenge. Siem de Jong into opposition territory. Cornier. Foot in. The defence can get it clear. Hoists it high and helps available out wide. Cut out in the nick of time. Up to meet it, and in it goes. Bayer Leverkusen back on level terms. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Gets the better of his man. Crosses into the area. Ajax have a free kick. Very well to intervene.
Bayer Leverkusen have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Has he found his man? And it's Amrabat. Ball's loose, who's getting there? 20 minutes gone. Dion. Rashford. Goalkeeper's ball. It's just said play on. Tries to get it forward quickly. And that's been won straight back. It's a loose ball. It's Bellarabi. Forward it goes. Now a chance to break. Amrabat. It's off, goes for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Cleared away. And shoots! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back page headlines there.
Played out to the right. Enrique gets it forward. Cornier looks to dink one in. There's the whistle for half-time. So a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. They come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So it's back to business.
Ajax playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
Bayer Leverkusen are making a change now. Well defended, that had to be done. Good ball. Going for goal! Goal! Ajax! And again they hit the front.
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Well, that's where he wants it. Cuts it out. Cornier has got away. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Enrique gets it back. Needs to locate someone up front. Been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Well positioned to make that interception. Enrique. Played towards the front then. Oh, good interception. Tadic. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Out to the right. Dangerous looking ball, but it's come to nothing.
Bayer Leverkusen are definitely going about this the right way.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break. Oh, and Rondon! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
That defence must be sick of the sight of him. He's been persistent and ruthless all game. He just hasn't stopped working.
There's going to be another change here. Rondon being withdrawn, but not without warm applause.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay about that now. I think if the manager had taken him off a goal earlier, I think he would have been a little bit upset about that. But now that he's got his hat-trick, I think all's okay.
Ajax take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Look, it's a whole...
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source. You have had a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bellarabi simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
They've played it short. Gets his foot in there. It's come loose. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. And through to the goalkeeper. Tadic hoists it forward. Promes. He's Promes! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Promes really drove at the heart of that defence. Incisive, quick, but not clinical.
And it's played forward. Bellarabi. There's the ball in. And he's there to cut it out. Cornier. And it's played forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. Who's ball? Who's going to get that? Cornier. Enrique. Tries to get it forward quickly. Good idea, just poorly executed. Forward it goes. Gets it back. Van der Beek plays it forward. Siem de Jong looking to break out here. Shoots! And more, and more! And they are cruising away.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. They really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate.
And time is up. Ajax a class apart. Opponents torn apart. They are comprehensive winners. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Ajax certainly ran a perfect race from start to finish. Out of the blocks quickly, they got themselves in front and they just didn't look back.
Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. There are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. We are, of course, at the Johan Cruyff Arena, recently renamed in honour of the man most considered the father of total football, the greatest player ever to have worn the red and white of Ajax. We have already started here. To get it forward quickly. Ajax were simply a class apart in the corresponding fixture last season. They dismantled their opponents. Amrabat absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Now it's Amrabat. Siem de Jong. Nicely controlled. Nice touch. And here's Amrabat. He's in. Goes for goal. Keeps everyone guessing. Turns and goes back. Ajax have played a lot of games just lately. Squad rotation or tinkering start to become prevalent at times like this.
Absolutely. I think nowadays the science that goes on behind the scenes can tell a manager who's in the best shape, so he can use that information now to juggle his squad.
He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Well, they can break here. Rondon gets it out to the wing. Rashford is onto it and can take it up. Has a hit! Goal! Ajax!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Ajax draw first blood here.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Forward it goes. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Rashford. And it's Tadic. It's come through. Can he? It's Tadic! And in it goes! And they're at it again in double quick time!
Ajax are really pouncing on any straight passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. And he just whacks it away. Hoists it forward. Rondon.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
There's the whistle for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Oh, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence the change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
Ajax sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. The second half gets underway. Utrecht, whose manager was the brains behind the last win.
He's a manager who understands how...
He's gone for it! No, not this time.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Now it's Amrabat. And they've been caught out here. Rondon! Yes! And the lead is 3. It is surely done. He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
Ajax take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Played out to the right. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? And it's Amrabat. Rondon. Loose. And it's played forward. Just brushed off the ball there. De Jong with a good steal, well played. Rondon. Out to the right. Rashford. Good clearance and very necessary. Time for a change in personnel. Oh, good. And Rondon! It's in! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was square and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
It's become a case of men against boys. Rashford. And here's De Jong. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Oh, sweet feet. Now, can he capitalise? This could fall anywhere! And he's there to hoof it away. Lovely bit of skill. Can't get the better of his opposite number. The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again.
Well, the crowd aren't happy. They wanted a shot and it didn't arrive.
Seeing De Jong. Tadic has made his mark on this game. Done very well to intervene. Rashford with the foul. And it's Emmanuelson. Gorgeous control there. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. And that's that. Great day for attacking football. The artists have painted their pretty pictures. Only one team in it. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads, and the story was told in predictable fashion.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried massive lead! Ajax were simply a class apart in the corresponding fixture last season. They dismantled their opponents. Siem de Jong gets it back. And it's Rondon. He's off on a marauding run. Ajax are the most prolific team in the league this season. Time to deliver. Rashford diving header! Goal! Ajax! Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Strikers love a diving header, and he timed that to perfection.
Ajax have an early lead. Good start. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Rashford. He's come loose. Ajax have been mighty impressive in defence just recently.
Well, pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Good challenge, he just stood firm. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Tadic. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. It's Rashford. Rashford, and the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
All he'll be thinking is, please, Gran, swallow me up.
Ajax are in control here on the brink of half-time. Long ball, but it's not hit its target. Amrabat. Now it's Amrabat. Could cross it here. We've reached half-time. So there you have it. A close-fought half of football. It still had its moments. But ultimately produced just one goal. A decent game up to now.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They definitely want to maintain the momentum now and finish the job.
Ajax for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And the game has already resumed here.
Ajax really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Beats one in, shapes to shoot! decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
It's Rashford. Siem de Jong. Now it's Amrabat! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Ajax can make their change now with a break and play. A really good feat from him. It's a decent looking cross. Zwolle, whose last result owes so much to the astuteness of their manager.
I think, Peter, we have to give credit where it's due. He had a problem up top and he tweaked his system to sort it out.
Has a hit! Better and better. Deflection may or may not have made a difference. Little matter, it is his. Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
There's going to be another change here. Rondon taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
I think he's put in a good shift and their fans appreciate that. I think he could feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Ajax got themselves a 2-goal cushion.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Ajax display a characteristically strong start to the second half. Played back in. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Help's available out wide. Tadic! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Ajax are making a change now. Towering header! He will be livid with himself. Forward it goes. Rashford looking as though he's being given special treatment here, treatment he could well do without.
Well, he'll be seen as the #1 enemy because of his creative ability.
And the counter is on. Promise, scoring skills have already been evident. And he's cut it out. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Played into space out wide. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And some players have clearly taken issue here and things are threatening to boil over. stuck it into his own net.
Oh, it's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out, and I suppose it can happen to anyone.
Fortuitous as it may have been, he's tried one!
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now. They seem to have lost their sense of direction. It should be higher up the pitch.
Hoists it forward. And it's played forward. Now, chance to break. So that's it. It is all over. Ajax win it by the odd goal. Almost nothing in it. Perhaps a draw would have felt fairer. But that's the game, and they have won it at the margin. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Ajax simply made their superiority count. They found cruise control quite early and didn't need to go.